Welcome to our lecture on the LinkedIn Post and Image Creator AI workflow. In this session, you'll learn how to build an AI-powered workflow that can generate a LinkedIn post and its corresponding image. So let's walk through how this works. First, we'll need a system to trigger the workflow. In this case, we'll use a form where we ask the user what type of LinkedIn post they'd like to create. They'll enter the topic and choose the kind of image they want, maybe a realistic image or a vector-style one. Once the form is submitted, it sends the input to an AI agent. This AI agent, based on the data from the form, will generate content, in this case, the post itself. This AI agent will then call another AI component. We'll call this one the image prompt generator. Its job is to create a prompt that we can pass to another AI model. That next model is the image generator, which will use the prompt to generate an image. The output is typically a file that can be bundled with the post created by the first AI agent. We'll send both the post and the image to a Gmail node, which will then email them to us. So this is what the complete AI workflow looks like. We collect user input through a form, use that input to generate a LinkedIn post through an AI agent, generate an image prompt and pass that to an image generator, and finally email the post and the image using Gmail. Let's go ahead and build it. We've already created the system where submitting the form triggers the AI agent that generates the post. We're using Tavily to enhance the AI with web search capabilities. The image prompt is generated using OpenAI's chat model, then passed to the OpenAI API to generate the image. The image is then converted into a binary file and sent via email. We'll build this from scratch now. First, we'll create a new form. Let's title it LinkedIn Form and add form elements. The first element will be a text field, which will be a required input. Next, we'll add a drop-down list for image type. Also required. Let's preview the form to see how it looks. We've got topic name and the image type options. Let's submit it using vector image as our example. Once submitted, you'll see the data is captured successfully and visible in the table. Now let's head back to the canvas. Our form submission is complete. Let's move on and add the AI agent that will create the LinkedIn post. This agent will use the form data to craft a prompt. We'll write a basic system message and convert it into an expression. I'm keeping this prompt simple for the sake of the demo, but ideally you'd want to use a more detailed one for better results. Now back to the canvas, we'll add the chat model. We're using OpenAI's chat model here, though you can use your preferred model too. Additionally, we'll include an HTTP request to connect with Tavily, which enables us to run a web search based on the topic input. We're logging into Tavily. If you don't already have an account, it's easy to create one. Go to the API documentation, find the curl command, and import it. The data gets populated automatically. Let's set the authorization by copying our API token and pasting it into the header after bearer. Now in the JSON body, we'll add the topic as the query parameter. Set the max results to 3 and name the request. Let's execute the step and check the output. If it doesn't return valid JSON, that's okay. It may just be a copying issue. We'll rerun it. This time the data comes in correctly and we can now pass it along to the AI system. So the LinkedIn post generation component is now functional. Let's rename and connect this module. We'll map the output from the AI agent into the prompt input for the next step. Again, this prompt is very basic. For production use, you'd want something more detailed, but this will work for our demo. Let's head back to the canvas, which is now ready. We'll run this step and verify the chat model is producing a prompt, which we can then forward to the image generation module. Now let's configure the HTTP request to call OpenAI's API for image generation. I already have the documentation open. You'll need an OpenAI account, and it must be verified. The verification process is simple. Just submit your documents, and you're good to go within minutes. We'll copy the curl command for image generation and import it. The system fills in most of the content. We'll add our API key, which you can generate as a secret key from your account. Remove unnecessary parameters and reduce the image size for faster processing. Let's run the step and see if the API responds with a valid output. If it works, we'll receive a code that represents the image, not the image itself. So now we'll use a conversion tool to turn that code into binary image data. After executing the step, we now have a valid image file based on the post content. Now let's set up the final part. We want the image and post to be emailed to us. I'll use a fixed email address for this demo. Set a subject, use the LinkedIn post as the message body, and attach the binary image file. Execute this step, and it should trigger an email. The message has been sent successfully. To confirm everything worked, we can check our inbox. Sure enough, we've received the email containing the LinkedIn post and the generated image. And that wraps up our demo. I hope you enjoyed building this AI-powered LinkedIn post and image creator. See you in the next session.